Hi guys, British Curmudgeon here with Curmudgeon Country. Okay, we've got issues with food obviously, but what I've done is I've got 3 more kilns going in here. So I'm hoping to get a load of charcoal. That is my focus of attention right now, is a load of charcoal, because we need cast iron and we need tools. So in order for that to happen, that's what I'm doing. I've got enough logs, that's not an issue, and I should get these done fairly quickly. Now, I was watching somebody on YouTube the other day who just started playing this game, and they were used to playing city builders, and it shows you how broken the game is really, because he had something like 23 people in his village, absolutely no food whatsoever, none, for like 15 minutes. Never saw any warnings come up down here in the log. I only ever saw one icon over here for food shortage, and nobody died. Absolutely nobody died. I mean, it was just crazy. And then he ran out of tools and had to build a blacksmith, etc., a kiln and a furnace. Nobody ran out of tools. And these sort of games, it just doesn't happen like that. So I found it very odd, particularly with the food, that he had no food. And when you think of how quick they take the food out as they bring it in, why weren't they trying to take out food even though there wasn't any? They should have been starving and they should have died. I've had people die with like 2,000 or 3,000 food, so I just don't understand. Which is why I've got to forge ahead with this game, build everything you've got to build, and then unless they fix it properly, because it's not fair, then I won't play it again. Right, that's my little whinge out the way. So now we're just going to try and get on with it. First kiln is nearly done. We have the people to spare, so let's hope. What's this over here? That's our barn, and there's our warehouse. So they will put... Okay, we've got one already. So now we've got 4 making charcoal. Now I know they use it for heating their places in the winter and cooking, but when really they should be taking this. So we will see how it goes. In the meantime, we've got our ship on the go. We're 26 degrees, early spring, so soon we're going to need all our farmers back in. Alright, don't need 2 builders. Now, I'm not impressed either with the hunters. I get the impression that once they clear the area of all animals, then that's it. Forget it. You might as well stop them. And I don't know whether in, a year or less that they then all come back and respawn, then you can start them again. But having 9 hunters in here with only 6 meat is just ludicrous to me. I don't care whether they're going to get warm or whether they're eating. They still should produce more than that. So I don't know whether it's beneficial for me to hunt myself and go get them rather than wait for them and utilize these people somewhere else. So I'm going to chop these down to 3, so there's 1 in each, because they're just not working properly. Right, we've got 6 making charcoal now, so you would expect that to fly, wouldn't you? You would. You'd expect that to fly. We're up to 30 degrees, so keep an eye on that. 32, here we go. Right, we need to take out some of them. We need 2 more, so we're going to take out the fishermen down to 6. So we've got 12 in there. We're going to put at least 3 in there. We're going to take them down to 3. So we've got 6 gatherers. 6 fishermen, 3 hunters only, but we've got all our farmers working, and we're still collecting stone, a little bit of ore and some clay, which we're going to keep doing, because if we're going to build all the rest of the castle, etc., we're going to need a lot of resources. But look at that, I've had 3 people die already. We've got 3 children with no teenagers whatsoever. We really should be expanding our housing, but we don't have the food. Right, we have bees over here. I believe we've got bees. Yes, we do. So we need 2 people in there. So let's take some out of there. Get the bees going again. Alright, we've still got 1 labourer. Right, we started with, what's this here? Herbalist hut. Don't need that right now. That's the gatherer, which indicates that you can or should be able to upgrade, but you can't for some reason. There's the hunting cabin. Okay, so that's our first one. Now I believe we had one over here, which we do, another gatherer's hut, and we should be able to put another one in then, I think. Right, we're going to keep it in line. Let's is that a building there? No, it's not. So let's put in a pathway following on from here all the way down, and then we're going to put another gatherer in, because they're probably going to get more than anybody else, I think. So we need another gatherer's hut round about here, just right of that. So let's put that in. Now I don't know whether if you keep all the trees they gather more. I'm unsure about that. So I'm not going to chop any trees down in this area, and we'll see what happens, see if it increases significantly. Right, we need a builder in, so we need to take out, let's take out some more stonemasons. Got 2 builders in, and another child dies during birth. That's 2 now. Okay, we've got them on the go, we can get rid of them. The tools are ticking over, kind of. So I don't expect the meat to increase, but the level of it is the same right now as it was with 9 of them in there, so we'll see. Right, we have, where's our nearest barn? Healer. Probably do with a barn. So let's put a barn in over here for the new gatherer and for these fields. So we're going to pop that in right about there, making sure we've got enough room so we can get up and down. And maybe at some point, if we end up with a lot of stone, we can turn these into a stone road so they'll move a little bit quicker. We will see. Right, I need another builder, so let's put another builder in and get this done. I mean, our food's pretty bad, but the fruit's gone up. The fruit has gone up. And they're certainly gathering more items, units, than having hunters in, definitely. So maybe that's the way to go. If you do hunting cabins, just do 1 person in each one, because what's the point? So we're going to see how this goes. How's our charcoal doing? So we've got 55 charcoal now, we've got a lot in, and that could be the key, having multiple in each thing so you can get ahead. Now we still have our smelter guy in, yes we do, just one of. Clothing's not too bad. That's still going up, but we need a lot more cast iron, obviously. We're into spring, year 10, 63 people. We have 6 babies, but no teens. Obviously nobody in school. So here's another hunting cabin that we had here. Right, the barn is being built. Has that been built? Yes, it has. So let's get 3 more in here. So I'm going to take out another one of each here to accommodate this. So we've 9. So that should make a big difference. Alright, I just saw a cast iron click over, so they are producing that. And then we will start to expand, I think, after they haul in all this season, and see what happens. Where's our nearest well? Well, there's a well here. That should be sufficient, I think. This is our lumberjack here. Right. I'm not sure what we're going to do with this area down here yet. And it's a shame that the game seems to be broken, because although Banished is a great game, I think this one is would be better from a visual look. I really like it. It's just a shame. But we'll see how it goes. Right, let's get them out. Right, we put some housing down here, didn't we? We did. Well, they're all full. Fishing dock. This was a barn. So let's clear this area here of trees, I think, so we can see what's going on. So we've got 3 people doing that right now. The barn is nearly complete. We're still very low on food, very low. Like I say, they take it out at an alarming rate. So we've got potatoes. Oh, this one isn't even functioning. What have I done there? Get some more potatoes on the go. I don't know why there was nobody in there. My fault. So we're not going to get much out of this one. Okay, the barn is done. That's excellent. Have we got this on pause? Yes, we did, because we didn't have enough cast iron, and we still really don't. Right, let's get a little dirt path going up here to join that one, and let's get one up here. Make things a little easier for our villagers. So when they start gathering these in, we'll just have to manually gather what is in here, which won't be very many, I don't think. Okay, they're taking these trees down really quick, which is good. Oh, that's the weaver. Obviously with nobody in there and nobody in here. Oh, herbalist, we don't need that right now. We have over 500. But obviously food is the major issue in this game. Trying to get ahead with the food is just not easy. You need people to farm the fields and to gather and to hunt. So you've got to expand. You've no option but to expand. But I suppose the key is to expand slowly and then really try and build your resources up. I mean, we're doing okay for all this. And look at our charcoal since we put more in, which is great, which would indicate to me we need another smelter. Yeah, another furnace. So we put them in down here. There probably isn't enough room to get it in, is there? Which is a bit of a shame. There isn't. Well, let's put it in by our barn, I think. Did we leave enough room to get it in? I think we did, so we're okay. So let's do that and get that on the go and build up our cast iron reserves. So I just saw an animal there. Okay, they're still on with all these trees here. So we're into high summer. Looks extremely bright as per usual. Right, the new gatherer is putting food in here. Right, the furnace, so we have no builder. Let's put a builder in. Keep an eye on the clothing. And after this season we may well be able to put a couple more houses in. Just what am I going to do with this area here? It is ripe for development. I don't know whether a castle would go in here. I suppose you start with the keep. I suppose that would go in there. You could get all the stuff in here. That might be a good idea. A lot of resources. Where's the entrance? Let's rotate this a little bit and see. Yeah, you would think that's the entrance here. So it would go in there if that's what we decide to do in the end. Got all these babies but no teens. I don't know why they're having so many babies when all the houses are full. But they are. Now we can upgrade some of the housing. What do they upgrade to? A small house. Capacity 6. Not too many resources either to do that. We could start that maybe next season as well. Okay, they're gathering everything here. That's good. We're up to 70 villagers. That's a lot. Look at that, 200 charcoal. What a difference. 200. Right, the furnace is nearly complete. So I think that might be the key. Multiple of each thing. Except for hunters, of course. So farming may be the best option rather than fishing even. You know, just not getting enough fish in and the meat. Forget it. I haven't even started the chicken coops. I'm kind of dreading that one. What do we have down here? An ore mine. Okay, furnace is done, so let's get somebody in there. And that should make a difference to that too. Our tools are steadily climbing. That's good. Of course, we need. We're going to need a bakery and stuff like that as well. See, we're up to 1600 here. Oh, they're starting to gather. That's why. They are starting to gather. So this was our other field, 415. We're going to collect that now. Started a bit late, so we'll carry on with that. Very good. And we will switch the farmers over to fishing. It's a shame there's no other options food-wise to do anything else in the winter apart from a bakery, for which we need a windmill. We do have the resources, so where could we put a windmill? I'm sure I'm going to use this area for the castle. So should we put it over here? Will it go in here? I don't want it to be obstructive like I did last time. That was maybe we should do it here, and then we can have the bakery alongside it, a couple of houses. What do you think? Okay, let's do it. Let's get a windmill going. So we need 4 builders for this. Who can we take out? Who is spare? I'm feeling we're okay with 3 lumberjacks for firewood for the winter. We should be okay there. And really very soon we'll just put 1 builder in, because very soon we're going to have our farmers spare. 245 charcoal. That's the way to do it. Ah, we have 1 in school. Great. 12 children, 12 little babies. Where have they come from? Right, we're into early fall here. These are doing okay. Right, we have a little gap down here. We could put something in here. Tornado again. Well, don't have to concern ourselves, because they really do very little damage of any description. Right, we've got 661 stone. What does that castle take? The keep. It takes 800. That's a lot. That is a lot. So we do need a lot of that. So during the winter we'll pump that up. So at the moment I'm quite pleased. And that's where I'm going to leave it, being quite pleased. So thank you for watching, and I will catch you next time.